Chicago, Chicago, that title.
Explore some of the juiciest, most controversial stories of Chicago's past.
Chicago for Chicagoans is a free lecture series that teaches Chicago residents about the history of their own city, and this year's theme is scandals. Patty and Olivia join us with more. Welcome to you both.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Okay, I love this because I think we all that live here want to know a little bit more about our city, and it's really cool. So how did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, I have been a tour guide in the city for a really long time, and I found myself, in Wicker Park giving a tour to some Texans who had no idea where they were. And I was like, why aren't we giving tours of neighborhoods for people that actually live here? Because, you live here, if you move here, you kind of quickly, your information, what you know, outpaces what you get on a boat tour, but there's nothing
The in-between.
to go.
Yes.
That. So we really try to teach Chicagoans more about the history of their city, and we go really deep into sort of niche and neighborhood history that predominantly appeals to people that live here.
So you guys really specialize in those summer walking tours of neighborhoods, really gritty getting into each neighborhood. But in the winter, you do this really cool thing with a lecture series. And Olivia, that's where you come in. Tell us about the lecture you'll be doing coming up.
Sure. So our lecture tickets are free, but we do require reservations. So my lecture is on March 11th, but tickets are available coming this Tuesday, and I'll be talking about the scandalous history of the Women's Christian Temperance Union.
Ooh.
This organization started back in 1870s, so you can think there's a lot of content to go on. It's impossible to avoid scandal or any sort of thing like that. So back in the 1930s, the then president of the Chicago chapter of the WCTU had hired a man who was a press agent to create some propaganda about temperance. Sorry, marketing materials about temperance.
Wow, these ladies look really serious.
Oh, very much so. So the guy she hired, he was actually well-known drunk. He would go on benders, and he was hired because she was like, I was just trying to help him. His wife, though, thought something saucy was going on between the president of the WCTU and the guy she hired. So she took the president to court and was like, you're a serpent. I'm going to crush you.
Wow.
Very scandalous. And so the president had to actually step down as president of the WCTU because of this scandal. And we talk about this on our Gold Coast walking tour, because we also go to the house where the husband and wife lived. Because then a few years later, they were found dead of chloroform poisoning.
Whoa.
And there's some...
That took a turn.
Yes. So they're not sure if this happened because they both decided this would happen, but there's some thought that maybe just the wife made this decision for the two of them.
Whoa, don't mess with that organization.
I mean, they're still around today, but we talk about historical scandals. Can't
Back
speak
in
to
the
them.
day scandal. So that's one example of one coming up you can get tickets for. What are some of the other ones? I mean, what I was reading, even just kind of the parking meter deal gone awry.
That's coming up. We're about halfway through our series right now, which is at the Bad Apple in Lincoln Park every Tuesday. And we've talked about really old-timey scandals like Chicago's first murder around the era of Fort Dearborn. We talked about the first ward ball at the turn of the century. We've talked about, our next talk on Tuesday, sadly sold out, is about mid-century mobsters, all the way up to some of our talks on things that happened in the 1980s and 1990s, controversial art and, Operation Grey Lord. So we're really covering a lot here, and we still have quite a few to go. And all of our lectures are actually recorded and posted on our website. So if you see one that you're sad you missed, there's a recording to watch as well.
And what are you hearing from the people that are attending? I mean,
it's crazy. I find that always the thing that we find really compelling and interesting is how history does repeat itself. And I think it's really important for us to tell these stories, especially at this historic moment, to really find some inspiration, some comfort, some humor in the past, and sort of use that to guide how we look at the present day.
So you kind of dug into a lot of the historical scandals. Olivia, what is the biggest scandal that you've learned about?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
How do you choose?
Well, my favorite is, at Lincoln Park at the south end, there's that fountain of the little girl holding a chalice.
Yeah.
So that is the Frances Willard fountain. She was also president of the WCTU, not the one sued.
Okay.
Different lady. Yeah.
Different president. So that fountain was paid for by the school children of Illinois through pennies. organized by WCTU, taken to the World's Fair, the 1893 one, to encourage folks to drink cool, clean water, but like horses and dogs were using it too. But that's not the scandal. The scandal is that beloved fountain, icon of the neighborhood, she doesn't actually, it's not the real one. The one that's there is a replica from Maine. The real one was stolen in the 1950s. I'm sorry, disappeared.
Who would steal a whole fountain?
Well, that's what I say on my Lincoln Park walking tours when we talk about this. I'm like, if you were here in the 50s or your family was, and they were a little bit mischievous, check your basement, check your attic,
check your basements, look for the fountain.
If you find it, bring it back. Her sister wants her.
Wow, Patty, Olivia, thank you so much. Chicago Scandals is at the Bad Apple. It's every Tuesday in March. For tickets and more information, you can head to chicagoforchicagoans.org.